Okay, our first actual exercise is going to be rolling the space between our shoulder blades. This is one of the most common places that I recommend rolling, and most people could afford to do it every day. My favorite tool for this is the peanut, the balls, but you can also use a bouncy ball. If you wanted to create something like a peanut and you don't have one, but you have two balls, you can put two balls in a sock like this and it does the same thing. But I'm going to show you how to use the ball today. It's also helpful if you have a block or something that you can rest your pelvis on. So you're going to come onto the floor, place your pelvis on the block at any height or your pillow, and then you're going to put the ball on one side of your back between your shoulder blade and your spine. So not on the shoulder blade and not on the spine. Somewhere between the bottom tip of your shoulder blade and the top of your shoulder there. You're going to support your head with your hands, so not shampoo fingers, but really holding your head. And then we're going to start moving with our first level of intensity, which is along the muscle fibers. So we're going towards and away from the head. And yes, it's a bit tricky. And it's definitely harder with the one ball, but we'll make it work. If you want to add intensity, then you remove the prop from under your pelvis and put more of your weight on the ball. To take this to the second level of intensity, you'll go side to side, right and left. And to take this to the third level of intensity, you let your bum down, reach your arm up, and then you slowly take your arm out and in. So you find a spot there where you feel some sensation, and then you slowly start to move the arm. It's going to be the pecs, pec major. So that's this big meaty piece under your armpit here, your push-ups muscle. So if you're using a ball, I suggest placing it on top of something like the yoga block, a book, any kind of object, even a firm box. And then the ball is going to end up here, and the block is going to be on top of it, but we're going to do this on the floor. So you're going to come down, ball is in this area, place the block however works for you. And then you kind of got to fiddle here. So you're going to try to relax, move any breast tissue out of the way. And then for most of us, just relaxing here is enough into the ball. When that feels okay, then you start to add a little bit of movement. So you'll notice I'm using my body to move over the ball so that the ball goes to different places. And whatever I'm doing, I'm going to stay here for 1 to 2 minutes, breathing the whole time. The last upper body area we're going to roll with the ball is going to be our sub-occipital muscles, which is just a fancy way of saying those little muscles between our skull and the top of our spine. They cause headaches for a lot of people, and they're tender for most of us. The best case scenario for these is a soft peanut, but if you don't have that, that's okay. We're just going to use one peanut, again on a prop. So if you do it this way, it gives you more height, but it's a little tricky, so you can also do it this way. And then you're going to end up with the ball right in that space. So anywhere from behind your ear to the middle of your skull, that's where the ball is going to be. So if you're like me, you got to get your hair out of the way. And then you're going to start wherever you like. So you're going to end up on the floor. Ball is right between your skull and your neck on the ball, or on the ball. So you're going to come to lie down on your back and find a spot. And you'll notice I'm not really centered. If I was centered, this is a bit too much. I'm leaning my body weight to help place the pressure of my body where I want on the ball. So for me, I feel this. This is a lot. I would probably just stay here for a minute or two, breathe, and then just turn my head to the left until I find a new spot. So remember that we're trying not to roll over any bony prominences. So you're never going to take the ball right in the center of your spine there, over your spinous processes. You want to be in this little meaty part between your skull and your neck. This actually feels so good. I'm going to close my eyes, and you're being really gentle. These are small muscles that work hard, so you're trying not to stress them out. So I would suggest finding a spot where you feel sensation, closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and trying with every exhale just to drop the head, relax the head. And if you have time, of course, you can do a few areas on one side. And then, of course, spend the same amount of time on the opposite side.